do occasionally like to get up with Amato and make him breakfast, have a cup of coffee. It's just about 5:30 in the morning. Amato just left. I'm finishing up my cup of coffee. I sometimes would normally go back to bed just for a couple of hours. I haven't been sleeping really well because of my leg. But last night I slept really good. So I got up and I made Amato his breakfast. So I have a few things that I need to get done today. It is such a chore to do laundry in this fifth wheel because of where our laundry, our washing machine and our dryer is located, which I will show you that when we get to that point, because you guys have to see it. It is just, it's ridiculous. Anyways, so the struggles of making our bed and doing the laundry. I miss just a regular residential laundry machine. I need to do some laundry. While I'm doing the laundry, I'm gonna go start the first load right now. It's about 20 to 6. And the cycle that I do it on is a half an hour. So I can boom, boom, boom. Hopefully within a few hours, I can get them all done. While I'm doing the laundry, I also wanted to make some cheese. And I like making cheese with whole milk, and I like making cheese with half and half. They are very different, but Amato drank all the half and half this morning. So I think I have enough whole milk to make some cheese. I want to cream some, and then I want to crumble some. When you make cheese with milk, whole milk, it comes out more like a queso fresco, like a nice crumbly cheese that you would just be able to spread on top of your food and enjoy that way. And then you put it in your, what's it called? Your blender or your food processor, and you whip it up and you have cream cheese. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just kind of break it up a little bit and use that queso fresco and sprinkle that over my bacon wrapped asparagus that we're going to have with our chicken cordon bleu for dinner tonight. And then also in the cheese making process, you're going to end up with the leftover whey. And with that whey, I'd like to make a loaf of bread. And I want to use that bread with our dinner, maybe serve some appetizers, some sliced bread with the homemade cream cheese, sprinkle some capers and some shallots on top. And it's just a nice little snack. And I think it's a great appetizer. If you want to put like a slice of tomato or cucumber on it, that'd be great too. So we're going to do that. I also have some cheese that I bought. I think there's a block of mozzarella and there's a block of Swiss cheese that I bought in my grocery haul for my corned beef series. And they're still blocks. So I need to shred those. I need to label them. I need to package them, and I need to get them in my freezer in the garage for later use. And what else do I need to do? Oh, and then hopefully by the time all of that's done, I'll be able to make dinner. So today I chose a quick and easy dinner, kind of really a hands-off dinner. I don't have to do anything. I'm gonna make that chicken cordon bleu. The box of chicken cordon bleu has 2 chicken breasts in it. Perfect. All I have to do is throw it in the oven along with the asparagus. I'm gonna roast that. I'm gonna wrap it in bacon and roast it, and then top it with my queso fresco, my crumbled cheese. And I have a can of corn. So you will have seen that in my video yesterday for my grocery haul. I went through my pantry because I had ants. I needed also to know what I had stored in my pantry. I took everything out that I wanted to use up, and I made meals out of those ingredients. I compared the prices of those items to what would be on sale today, and it would have cost me just about $73 to cook the meals that I'm going to cook this week. So, and this is for 2 people, but I think some of those meals would probably extend to another person, maybe a family of 4 with small kids, maybe a family of 4 with like small children, maybe 7 or 8 years old. Maybe a family of 3 if you have 2 adults and a teenager. I still had quite a bit of meat and beans left over, so I probably could have got maybe another, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 more quesadillas. And then obviously if you have a bigger family, you just make more rice, and I could have made some beans, but I knew it was just going to be too much food for Amato and I, so I just stopped where I was at. Plus, I put the beans strategically in my meat to avoid having to make refried beans or even like a loose bean on the side. But if that's what you like, then you can go ahead and do that. So that's what I chose for dinner today. So hopefully by the time I get all that stuff done, I'll just be able to pop the dinner into the oven and get that finished by the time Amato gets home from work later this afternoon. And it's supposed to be 70, almost 70 degrees today, partly cloudy. It has been rainy, stormy, windy, and really chilly this past, I don't know, 10 days. We really haven't had a whole bunch of sunlight. And so I'm excited to get outside and check out my garden and maybe get my outdoor space a little organized, because we still are forecasted for some rain after tomorrow. I think tomorrow or today. Tomorrow is supposed to be stormy. I don't know. Summer, it's spring, but we get rain here, it seems like, until like late May, June. So that is what I have planned for today. So I am titling this video, Getting Shit Done. So come hang out with me and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I need to do today is to get the laundry started. I think one of the best things that you can do to save time is to multitask. Some people may say that multitasking is not good because your brain just kind of wanders and maybe you're less productive. But I'm going to start my laundry first because the washing machine is doing the work for me. While the washing machine is going, I can do something else. I wanted to make cheese. I have to see how much milk I have. I do want to make some cheese, and I do need to shred the cheese, so that shouldn't take too long to do. But while the laundry is cooking, or maybe I shouldn't be multitasking. While the sheets are being washed, I'm going to make cheese. While the cheese is sitting, waiting to be drained and the whey squeezed out, I'm going to shred the block cheese that I have in my refrigerator. So I'm doing something while something else is waiting to be finished. And hopefully that will help catapult me into nothingness by the time the sun comes out this afternoon. So let me take you into my bedroom so you can see just how crazy it is to do the laundry. And Amato has this 15-pound weighted blanket that I bought. I think it's coming to the part of the season where he's not gonna be able to use this anymore. It's just too hot. Wait till you see when I have to make the bed. So when I make the bed, I have to pull the mattress all the way out. I'm not 20 years old anymore. I'm barely even 50. I should still be able to do this without complications, but it wears me out. So I thought I would bring you guys along so you could see, because I just think it's just so funny. It's so funny, but it's so irritating at the same time. But I guess you can't be mad at everything, and you just need to laugh at everything. So that's where I'm at now. So I mentioned wanting to make cheese today. I had a half gallon of the half and half that we got at our grocery haul last Monday. It's gone. Amato just drank the rest of it. He likes to use it in his coffee. I have some milk here, but I don't have much, maybe a cup. So I might just use the rest of the milk and just make a little bit of cheese for dinner tonight. And I just kind of want to show you the process, how to do it, so you can try it yourself. So let's get this set up. So I had about a cup of milk left over. So I'm going to add this to a heavy bottom stainless steel pot and you don't want to boil your milk. You don't want to scorch it. So just gently warm up the milk until it reaches about 200, 210 degrees. I like to turn mine off at 200 degrees. I'm gonna put the video kind of in sequential order as how I do everything instead of breaking it up and this is the laundry, this is grating cheese, and this is making cheese. This is the attachment set that I am using. So I've been using the fine one. I'm gonna switch that out and I'm gonna use the coarse grade today and see how that goes. So you can see the difference between the grades. So I was using this one because I do like a fine grade of cheese, especially for tacos. But today I'm gonna use this one because it's just easier. All right, our first load of laundry is done. Since I'm already down here, I'm gonna throw in another soap pack and I'm gonna add my mattress cover and our flat sheet. And we'll get those started. We'll get this in the dryer. Ugh. I don't have any dryer sheets. We've been using these wool balls, and I think it's about time for some new ones because my clothes are starting to have a lot more static cling to them. So I'll be adding this to my list when I do our house restock for like toilet paper and things. We're at about 194, 193. So I'm gonna just take it off of the heat and I'm gonna put in about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And I think I'm gonna just add just a little bit more, maybe just a tablespoon and a half. And stir this around. It's already starting to coagulate. I'm gonna put the top on and we're gonna go shred our cheese now. One of the things that I really miss is having an island in a big kitchen. This is plugged in. Oh God, he's always unplugging my stuff. This makes it so much easier not having to do it by hand. If you go too fast, it just like flies everywhere. So I don't like to go too fast. All right, one down, two to go. I like to push out the air. It almost gives the appearance it's been vacuum sealed. All right, and last we're gonna do our mozzarella. This is the piece of mozzarella that didn't get grated. I'm just gonna throw that in there. I'm gonna just walk to the garage and throw these in the freezer. So we have all of our cheese grated, separated, packaged. Now all we gotta do is get it in the freezer. The sun is just starting to come up. I still have my blinds closed. You can see a little peek of sunlight coming up. I have some other things that need to go in the garage as well. The beef tallow is not one of them. We just got this from Amazon yesterday, which was Monday. But I do have, when I was cleaning out my pantry, I do have some Thrive Life freeze-dried shrimp that I need to put in the garage. And I have some dry whole powdered eggs that also need to go into the garage. This is what it's currently looking like. It's kind of foggy right now, but it's actually pretty warm. It's really nice. And And there is our little shed. So that's where I need to go. Okay, here is our freezer. These are items that I found inside of my pantry on Sunday that I need to do stuff with. I have a little bowl here that I can put my cheese in now that it's just been kind of sitting. This is what it looks like. You can see that. Just throw that into your bowl. Now I'm going to wash this cheesecloth so I can use it again. This is what the cheese is looking like right now. And this is the whey. So normally the whey will turn kind of like a yellow color. So I'm going to use this whey to make a loaf of bread. So that's what we're gonna do next so we can get our bread resting. Now just work on just random things. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to the cheese and it'll be ready to go for our asparagus. And I will bring you back when I start the bread, but I'm gonna charge my phone for a little bit. All right, I've got the sheets in the dryer. I've got the blanket in the washing machine. The pillowcases are done. Now that my phone is charged, we're gonna make our bread. I'm a bit behind schedule. It is currently 10:46 in the morning. I wanted to start my bread by 10 o'clock because it needs a 2-hour rise and it needs to be able to cool down after it cooks for 45 minutes. So we're at about almost 3 hours. And I want to be able to eat this for dinner tonight before Amato comes home. I want it all cooled and everything. Anyways, I got about a half a cup of my whey in here. And I need a cup and a half of liquid total. So I have some very warm water that I have. I'm going to just fill this up until it reaches that 1.5 cup mark. You don't want boiling hot water. You just want it very warm because you don't want to end up killing your yeast. All right, to make the bread, you're gonna need 3 cups of flour. 1, 2, and 3. And then you'll need a little bit of flour to form your dough after it's risen and you're ready to bake it off. So I've got a little bit of flour left in here, so I will be able to use the rest of this today. I'm also going to add a hefty tablespoon of nutritional yeast, 2 teaspoons of salt. I've powdered my salt because that's how I like it on my popcorn. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that, 2 teaspoons. And you're going to add your yeast. For this particular recipe, if you use the rapid rise yeast, just dump it in your bread like so. If you're using the regular yeast that you have to proof, what you'll need to do is just put it inside your water or your whey, stir it around. You don't need to let it bubble up and fizz. You can just add it straight into here. So I'm gonna give this a little mix. So all that whey that I got from making the cheese this morning yielded about a half a cup of whey. So I used a cup of water to make up the rest. So that really kind of worked out perfect. So you're going to, make a mess while you're stirring this, see? And in case you're wondering, this is why you wear an apron. And I just haven't quite figured that part out yet. So we're gonna stir this and we'll let this hang out in the microwave for a couple of hours. All right, our sheets are done. So we're gonna take out the sheets and get the bed made and then put the blanket in the dryer. So we are making progress. just wears me out. I hate doing laundry and I hate making this bed, but I like doing everything else. Maybe except cleaning the toilets, but that's about it. Laundry, bed, and toilets. My Dutch oven has been preheating inside of the oven. I have my dough in somewhat of a ball. I'm just going to dump it into my my Dutch oven here. And then I have some everything but the bagel seasoning blend, but it's Asiago. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some of this on top, and I'm gonna put the lid on it, and I'm gonna put this in a 425-degree oven, and we're gonna bake it for 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna take the lid off and then bake it for another 12 minutes to get crispy brown on the top. Our bread is completely cooled. I'm so excited. I can't wait to cut into it and give it a taste. Amato's on his way home, and I bet he's hungry. So let's cut into this and see how it tastes. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's really nice and soft and pillowy. This is the cheese, the curds that we got from our milk this morning. I took half of it, set it aside for our asparagus. And this is the cream cheese. I just put it in my little mini mixer. I did have to add a little bit of water because we use the whey in our bread. So I just added maybe an eighth of a teaspoon of water, just a touch to bring it all together, nice and creamy. So I'm gonna add this to my bread along with, I have a shallot, the rest of the shallots and some green onions left over from our quesadillas yesterday. So I'm gonna top that on top of my bread. I'm gonna add this to the top of the cream cheese on top of my bread. I wanna save some for Amato, so I'm not gonna use it all. And then I'm just gonna top it with some green onion and a little bit of shallot. Some green onion on there. This is what it looks like, and I'm gonna give it a taste. I am so hungry. I haven't eaten anything yet today. Amato's on his way home. I'm just so hungry. Feed me. I was never really an onion fan, but man, adding fresh onions or shallots is such a great way to add like a crisp, fresh, light feeling to any dish. The bread is nice and soft. I don't know if the whey made a difference. It seems like maybe it did because it's never been this soft before. And that cream cheese is just so good. I'm never buying. I do have some cream cheese sitting in my refrigerator that I need to use, but after this time, I'm not buying any more cream cheese from the store. And this was made with whole milk. If you have half and half, it's going to be even better. Amato really likes it with a half and half. He loved it with the milk until he tried it with a half and half. Now the half and half is his favorite, and he considers this garbage. But this is still really good. So I'm going to plate up our dinner, and I'm going to show you what I came up with. All right, everybody, here are the results of my labor. We have our queso fresco that we made from our whole milk, just heating it up to 200 degrees. And adding a tablespoon of lemon juice, letting it sit and squeezing out the whey, which resulted in a beautiful loaf of bread. We topped that with the cream cheese. I just took some of that crumbled cheese, added just a tiny bit of water because I used all that whey in the bread. I needed just a little bit of water, maybe an eighth of a teaspoon, whipped it up and made some cream cheese, topped Amato's bread with some capers, shallots, and green onions. We had the Chicken Cordon Bleu from the grocery outlet. I got it in a grocery haul not that long ago, so we got to use that up, and it was just a 2-pack, so that's gone. And then I had a box of stovetop stuffing, so that we cleared that box out. So we got our shit done today, and we still got a great meal that didn't require a whole lot of effort. Thanks for watching my video, everybody. I hope you have a great evening. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.